Hello everyone, how's it going? My name's Impeccable, and welcome back to a brand new Satisfactory livestream. Today we've got quite a lot planned. I want to try and expand my starter factory, in case we haven't spent the last couple episodes doing that exact same thing. But today's going to be slightly different. Firstly, I want to finish off the project that I started yesterday, which is where we started working on our computers. I believe it was also crystal oscillators, which we technically managed to get done, but I didn't fully make the crystal oscillators. We just have everything ready for it. And over on the right side, where you guys can see a bit of that mountain, I want to try and expand our factory over there as well, and a bit there to the west. So we've got quite a lot to try and get done today. In case you guys have missed the live stream, don't worry, I'll be live again most likely tomorrow, but not on Satisfactory. I'm streaming some Battlefield tomorrow. And we're going to see how things are going to go. We'll most certainly return to Satisfactory by Monday. I might spend the weekend streaming Battlefield or Satisfactory. Do let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys want me to stream more Satisfactory? Because if you guys don't, I won't. But if you guys are enjoying the Satisfactory content, please generally do let me know. Because otherwise it's very difficult for me to know if you guys are enjoying it or if you aren't enjoying it. So do let me know in the comments whether you're watching live or on the VOD. Regardless, let's just jump straight into things. Because the very first thing that I want to try and do is build a platform over here. Now, those who tuned into my stream yesterday already know exactly what we are going to do. So, if you guys would like to know what we are going to do, make sure you guys tune into the streams. Regardless, the very first thing I do want to try to achieve is by chopping down this tree and not falling into the ravine. There we go. Lovely. Hide that there as well. Fantastic. Today has been an absolute nightmare just trying to get some things sorted. Essentially, I was upgrading my... Well, no, let's start from the very beginning. I wanted to download Battlefield 6 on PlayStation, but apparently you had to do it through the EA app. So I got the EA app and I downloaded it. But apparently the code that I got is only available for PC. I hate playing games on PC that aren't games like Satisfactory or open world games. Like, you know, first person shooters, I cannot stand playing it on PC. I'm just a controller player, I prefer console. I know you can connect your controller, but I've got a console for a reason. Not to mention my graphics and my overall specs on this PC are atrocious. This was a budget PC about 7 years ago, so you can imagine it hasn't quite aged like wine, more like milk. Welcome, Dirk. Hope that you're doing good, man. Yeah, I know. I was literally just gonna get onto that potato stuff, but yeah. So, I was trying to download Battlefield on the PC because I didn't really have a choice. And then it kept on saying error every single time. Error, you can't download it. Like, I literally couldn't even, download or open the game. So I thought, okay, what's the problem then? So I decided to actually bother reading the error thing rather than just closing and restarting it. And it said that there was a problem with my graphics driver. So I had to go into NVIDIA, download the new graphics driver, and I thought, okay, this is a bit of a minor setback, but it's not too bad. Started downloading it. A few minutes later, error. Error? What do you mean error? And then it said, apparently, my PC was not old, but it was so out of date, and the setting and the specs were so low that it couldn't even install the NVIDIA graphics driver. And I was trying this for about half an hour, hence why today's stream was about an hour, actually over an hour late, because this is what I've been doing for the last hour and a half, really. So I thought, okay, well, what can I do now then? So what I had to do was I had to uninstall my graphics driver, reinstall a brand new one, and then download everything. And it doesn't sound that bad, but it took me the best part of maybe 3 hours in total to get everything sorted. And it's a bit of a shame because, again, I had to download the beta on my PC. My PC struggles to even open the game, let alone, run it. So I'm not necessarily looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like, but I am looking forward to the actual experience itself. If you guys like to tune into that stream, I'll be live tomorrow morning. I think it's 8:30 BST, and right now the time is 2 PM, so go back about 4 hours, and then that's when I'll be live. Which, again, should be rather interesting. I don't really know what to expect from the stream. I just want it to be fun. I'm completely honest, I just want it to be a bit fun. I want you to go here. Whether it is or not, I guess we're going to find out, but, yeah. Fingers crossed, eh? Okay, let's just make sure to fill in this platform. I'm pretty happy with where this is. The very first thing I'll actually do is the logistics floor. There we go. So get rid of you lot. That's... Just fill this in. Game key should just work regardless. Yeah, hopefully. That's what I was thinking though, because my EA app is linked to my PlayStation accounts. And it says as long as your EA account's linked to your PlayStation account, you should be fine. So the plan is to stream the Battlefield beta on PlayStation, but broadcast it through my PC, of course. So that shouldn't be a massive problem regardless. But if it is a problem, I have now got that backup, which I shouldn't need in the first place. We'll see. Regardless though, that's enough Battlefield talk. A little bit more about Satisfactory. After I get my expansion here done... Okay, that tree's gonna have to go. I'm going to record a very short clip for the YouTube vid. And then, do a bit more logistics. We can then do some conveyor belt highway stuff. There should be a pinned message at the very top of today's stream, or in the pinned comment if you guys are watching the VODs, which goes over everything I'm trying to do today. So hopefully there won't be too many confused peeps. If you are though, do leave a comment down below on the VOD and I will tell you guys what we are doing. Or just watch through to the very end, where we'll get done what I want to hopefully get done. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. You guys can go. All gone? No, one more. Grand, okay. I don't know what I'm going to have here, if I'm entirely honest. We'll think of something. I suppose we have to. Yep. You have to go there. I suppose you can actually remain there, can't you? Then you, no. Go here. I don't want people to think, though, that just because I'm starting to talk a lot more about Battlefield, that suddenly my content's going to change. No. I'm literally doing a couple Battlefield streams this weekend, a couple Battlefield streams next weekend, and then, other than that, our content's remaining the exact same. Satisfactory stuff pretty much every single day. Not many Satisfactory videos, if I'm completely honest. There's not many more videos I want to make. And I don't want to make, like, crap videos just for the sake of making videos. There are a few videos I've got planned, but the problem is they take so long to make, and sometimes I just lack motivation to actually make them. Yeah, don't worry. Satisfactory content, it's not going anywhere on this channel. Also, I looked into that game that a viewer left yesterday, and the creators that made No Man's Sky. It looks rather interesting. The name slipped through my head now, but it did look pretty good. Okay, so that's all that done now. Fantastic. So, directly underneath here... Well, technically it's here, isn't it? Yep, so you lot. I want you to preferably go somewhere over here, I suppose, right? Yeah. Can you fit into here? If you were to go straight down, then probably yes, and... Okay, that was quite a lot of adaptive control units. I didn't realize I had that many on me, but there we go. Okay, what I'll do, I'll upload 2 of you over there. In fact, you know what? I'll be a bit naughty. I'll chuck 5 stacks into there. I know I can't upload 5 stacks, but that still clears 5 stacks in my inventory. You lot can just stay the way you are for now. I'll then drag you straight down, where you will then come over here. We do that now. Let's just get it out of the way with, rather than having to worry about that in a few moments' time. So what I'll do is I'll grab you. Face you the other way, preferably. Yeah, thank you very much again to everyone who is tuning into the stream or to the VOD today. I'm glad that you guys have chosen me to watch, and very thankful for that. Okay, luckily you don't have too far to go. You can probably make it there in one fell swoop, can't you? If I grab you there, I don't even have to go down to my logistics floor, do I? I can just do a little bit of this. Okay, wait. Wait. Michael, wait. Welcome, Pixel. I'm doing good. How are you? Doing very well today, in fact. Had some technical difficulties, as always. I mean, that just sums up, like, my YouTube life. Just technical difficulties. But no, having a great day so far. So now I can grab you, and then chuck you over here. Fantastic. I'm also really happy to see we've got over 1,000 plus these lots adaptive control units. So in total it's 1,227. Yay. And also this thing, I love these conveyor wall holes. I really do. They're fantastic. Great addition on update 1.1. See, like, that's such a small thing, isn't it? It's such a small thing. What I could have done, in theory, if I really wanted to, was add this. But you might be able to see the pattern here on this wall matches this. It doesn't match this. So the fact that you can now add this makes everything look so much smoother. There's not as much patterns. You have got this here, but that's completely fine. So yeah, that's such a minor change that at the same time is great. I'm sure that was probably a pain up the rear to code, but they coded it, and I appreciate it. Regardless, let's get back to where we were just at, which is here. I've got to try and push you back here by a wee bit. You're doing brilliant. I'm very glad to hear that. Oh, frick. I don't need a manufacturer. I need a assembler. I can probably chuck you into here then, can't I? Because we're making computers. Welcome, C-Shark. Hope that you're doing good. Let me just get my row open for a second so I can see exactly how many computers. Although I'm pretty sure it was 6, wasn't it? So, I might need 2 of you, which I can't fit into here. I could overclock you. It's only 2 power shards. I feel like the space here works for it as well. Although I could have 2 of you go into here and have another pathway come across there. But then what do I add into this square, into that square as well? There wouldn't be enough room. Whereas now I've got more room over here to add another manufacturer if I so wish. So I think we will actually stick with that. Very quickly, I'm going to put the Be Right Back Soon screen on just so I can open up my row. There we go. That was nice and quick. I don't know necessarily how much better this new graphics driver is. I believe I was operating on... It was either 0.85, and I think now it's 0.884 or something. So it should be better. Although, my PC sounds like a Boeing 747 when it opens up. Never used to do that. That's only started happening since I've installed the new graphics driver. Although, having said that, things appear fine. Like, my game doesn't appear to be worse or better in any way, so... Yeah, there we go. So, I'll show you guys this again just to refresh our memories. We have now got the resources to make our 6 computers, which isn't a problem. And we can also make our 2 crystal oscillators, again, which shouldn't be a problem. So that's not too bad. I don't think I can fit a manufacturer into here, though, can I? Absolutely not. I can fit one into there. So I'll still track it in here anyway. That's the wrong way. There we go. Just had a bus from public transport ignore you and not stop, but luckily the next bus was like 5 minutes later. Wow. How dare they? Was the bus full? I know that sometimes if the bus is full up, they just don't stop. Maybe the bus wasn't going to your location? That's the only other thing I can really think of. So what's this? This is the crystal oscillator. Again, I might go for another overclock here. Because it just fits. Now I've used up this space, it looks a bit nicer. Although, having said that, you know what I might even do? I'm going to get rid of this space. I'm then going to add another manufacturer there, because it looks a bit weird having like 3 manufacturers and an assembler. I might as well have 4 manufacturers. Make it look nice and symmetrical. And we don't have to overclock anything. It just means that we have to move our assembler up there. Which there should be plenty room for, somewhere. Maybe? I don't know. There's 3 people on there. Oh, wow. I don't know why they would have done that, then. Again, like, I'm sure there must have been a reason, but if there wasn't, then that sucks. Okay, since you've started with this, you might as well just commit. what I'm going to do, even though I'm not actually using the fourth one of these inputs, I'm still going to have 4 conveyors here. There we go. Just so it looks a bit more natural, a bit neater. Probably a good idea to have a floor as well. That might help. Give me a sec. There we go. I swear, I never get texts. I never get calls. Ever. Like, literally ever. But the second I start streaming, whenever, even when I'm like recording a video, my phone just doesn't stop going off. I can't believe it. I don't even have that many friends. Oh well. Deary me. It's like the universe knows I've gone live and it's like, oh, well, time to interrupt the stream. Right, so for you, I need 36 quartz crystals, which is coming from you. Okay, so you're going to come around here. Although you've actually got to go down by 1, don't you? Yeah, no, you absolutely do. I think I'll do that here. Can I do it there? Okay, we'll do it here then as well, sure. Why not? So we need 1. Oh, that's a bit too far forward, actually. I think we'll stick to our original plan. That's 1. No. 2, 3. Our quartz crystals is done. 28 cable. Where's our cable being produced? It should be here. There we go. Are you 28? No, that's not even our cable. Well, our cable should be in our constructors, shouldn't it? That's wire. So where's the wire going? Not into there. So where are we making our cable then? Everything there's fine, that's good. We're making it over here. There we go. But this is the wrong cable. Am I not making cable? Wait. Have I, like, royally messed up here? Why are you yellow? Circuit boards. Okay. That's for our computers. Which will be made over there. That's fine. That's okay. Worst time? Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I've just got a thing for being like cold or text at just the wrong times. I don't mind being cold every once in a while, but I do try and focus on the streams whenever I'm live. I'm not live for that long, so I do try to pay a bit of attention. I honestly cannot tell where I'm making the rest of this cable. So 42 cable is being produced over here. I then should have 30. Okay. Let me check over here. That's 30 per minute. Where are you going? You're going somewhere, so it's not like you're not being used for anything. Okay. Anything else that's on yellow? Yeah, a couple of you lots. I know for a fact you've all got a purpose. Yep, no, that's all good. So all of our iron is being used. Yo, thank you very much, Frozen Gaming, for the sub. Welcome to the channel, and I hope that you enjoyed this day, man. Thank you very much. You have joined me whilst I'm at a little bit of a pickle, though. Because I've got somewhere, I've got 30 iron ore. That's making 30 iron ingots. And that's supposedly going into 54 wire. 17, that's 34. You guys are all copper sheets. Although, what's you? Oh, you're silica. So it's not over here. Okay, so then it has to be here, but it isn't. Have I not made it? How have I not made it? Done all the mathematics. So, oh. E30. Right, okay, so we found the problem. That's pretty good. It's a slight... Well, it is actually a rather big problem, to be honest, but oh well. So you can come underneath here now. And then I suppose, in a rather narrow space, can I... No, I can't build it here, can I? I need tons of constructors for it. So I'm going to move it over here instead. What we are going to need is... We've already got all of our ingots. We need 54 wire, which is 22, 45, so 3 constructors. We then need to make 28 cable, which should be... 1, so that's 4 constructors. And that's it. Plus the 2 assemblers, I believe, isn't it? Okay. I think. Yeah. This could be a rather interesting challenge. I'm gonna... Okay, you didn't apparently get removed. I'm gonna try and fit everything that I'm about to build into this small little area here. Is there a reason why I'm, like, squishing this into a corner? Fun. That's why. I like to have a good old little challenge. This is definitely going to be a challenge. Potentially even a fun one. That should be right, isn't it? It's saying it's not. Oh no, is it? No, it's saying it is right. Okay, that's good. And you are going to be here. And you being directly in the middle. Great. We're going to come straight down. And you will then connect where we just were a second ago. The thing is, in Satisfactory, right? If you ever run into a problem, don't get disheartened by it. You are going to run into problems. That's completely fine. You're just going to try and find a way to overcome that problem. Like right there, for example, I could have said, oh, well, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't want to get overwhelmed. Let me just quit the game. No. Firstly, I'm streaming, so that would be a really short stream and a really dumb thing for me to do. But even if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't do that, though, because you just got to try and find a way to overcome the problem that you're facing. Because if you were to quit the game at every single problem that you have, you wouldn't make it past phase 1. You wouldn't survive 10 minutes on this game. But making mistakes is actually pretty good. Like, nobody ever in Satisfactory has played the game for the very first time and built a perfect factory all the way through to phase 5. Not a single... 0 people have done that. 0. Except for me, of course. No. So don't worry if you are generally struggling with this game. You'll be okay. I'm going to tuck you in like that, I think. And push you back a little bit over here. How's that? How is that? It's good. There we go. And here we are going to add a splitter. Also, yeah. Oh. Are we one off, really? Damn. We are always half a foundation off. I was saying the exact same thing yesterday. We're always just half a foundation off. Oh well. You can stay. Because here's where we're making our cable, so the only thing I've got to try and bring here is the reinforced iron plates. So that's actually completely fine. Then what I can do is combine you two together. And then this. Why have you gone down to there? Why did I even do that? Oh, fair enough. I had no idea you could even, like, do that through the floor there. Wait, no, of course you can. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Merger. 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 Wait, no, you guys are the cable, aren't you? No, wire. So the wires are going to go make the cable. Okay. Okay. Then you guys are going to get made, like, literally right here, right? Cable. 28. Great. Very quickly, are you guys making enough wire? To be 54 in total. No power? Yeah, makes sense. If you guys are making 40, then you should be 14. 40 plus 14, 54. Lovely. You'll then get chucked down this direction. I want to have one more of you lot facing this direction. Connect you, connect you. Then somehow do a little loop around here. Go for a little jolly. If it's going to let me, which I know this does work, so I'm trying to see if it is going to let me. Why is it? I don't know. Do that. All of the wire is then going to go up to here. To start making... No, why do I keep... To start making our cable 28 per minute. And we need 28 per minute. Everything here is now done. I can probably go ahead and close that. And grab this. Then zoop your nose down over here. Right. Thank you to everyone, by the way, who is tuning in over on Twitch. Tomorrow, I will actually be doing quite a large Twitch-focused stream. The Battlefield stuff, of course. So I'm looking forward to that, to show some Twitch people some love. Should be interesting. Right, so I need you guys to go around over here. So what I'm going to do is grab this. And you lot are going to go straight down from here. So. Will this even work? Let's see. Yeah, it should do. No reason why not. Because our computers, you guys, are going round over there. Aren't you? So what I'll do then is... 1... 2... 3. Nice. Congrats at home if you guys were able to count to 3. I know sometimes it can be difficult. We all managed to smash it. Again, I'm running low on encased industrial beams. I don't know what it is, man, with these encased industrial beams. It's like I can just never bring enough with me. I have used thousands for this project, like literally thousands. And yet, every single time when I feel like I've got enough, nope. What am I missing? Oh, it's encased industrial beams. Okay, I'm actually going to rotate you inwards. So I can use a bit of this room for something else. So you'll end up looking like... There is no way... Okay, that's not where I placed it though, is it? Better. Now it's lined up. Bitter. Yeah. Sorry. So now I can fit in 2 assemblers along there. That shouldn't be much of a problem. Which is how many I need for my computers, so that's great. Anything else I need to do here? The cable should now be being produced, so no more dramas there, hopefully. Although, where are you going? Yeah, that makes sense. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Assembler time now. And again, we are needing these assemblers for our computers, because our circuit boards plus our crystal oscillators then creates the computer. Whereas what you just saw me make there was this for our crystal oscillators. Welcome, Fra Yazo. Welcome back, man. Good to have you. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Production, assembler. Could I fit both of them here? I think if I was to like squeeze it, then I'm... No, there's no point. I don't want to, but I was just seeing if I could. Now I'm going to try and actually use up as much of this area as possible without using up too much of the fact that it looks ridiculous. So I'll bring you back there by a bit. Then what we'll do is this. There. So the outputs... How should we do this? I think it would look quite nice if we do some sort of like... Actually, no. Screw it. Yeah, no. As you can tell, I never contradict myself. No. No, yeah, no, yeah, no. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Average conversation on this channel. Right, so... You are both going to merge, and preferably you're then going to go somewhere over there, where I've got the rest of my storage containers. That way at least I know where everything's just being stored. It makes life easier. That's also where I'm going to end up moving these motors. I was going to say mortars again, but no, we're not having that discussion. When I place something, it's blue and orange. How can I place only black stuff by default? So go into your customizer, go into colors, and it depends what color you want. If you just want black, go into your swatch, preferably one that you're not using. I'll use this as the example. Go into swatch, then black. Make sure it's black. As long as the primary color is black, then you should be fine. But if you want everything to be pure black, then just select that. Doesn't matter if you want like matte or shiny, it's completely fine. Then right click on the mouse, where you should then get these settings. If you want everything to be black, just change standard, which should be like the majority of things anyway. Foundations, concrete foundations. Again, the only thing you have to do there, change it to black, right click, and there you go. So what that then means that everything that has that swatch currently, or everything that you're about to give that swatch, will be black. But again, bear in mind, if you painted everything pink, and then you change this swatch, then everything that was pink is instantly turned into black. So make sure you play around with it, but also be cautious in case you have painted something with that color and that you haven't realized. Other than that, yeah, that's it really. Okay, I don't like how these guys are actually going this direction. I think it'd make a bit more sense if you guys were to go somewhere else. You need to leave. Yeah. It should be fine. Yep. Nope. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. And then you can just go wherever it is that you want to try and go to. So that's that sorted. Now what I could do again is just bring these down here. But I want to try and, again, use up the space. Again. How many times can I say that today? I'll go back to here. No. Oh, we are one off. Of course. It's always one or half. Yeah, I hope that's answered your question, Yazo. If you're still confused, do let me know. I can try and explain it again. There isn't really too much more I can add to that, though. Like, that is how to do it. Bring you into your one back of the thing there. That's good enough. As long as these two are symmetrical, that's fine. Oh, wait, you're directly on top of something. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Actually, you know what? I would actually much rather sort out my inputs before my outputs. As long as I keep them there, just so I have a rough idea of where they'll be going. That's completely fine. Yo, Yazo with a €10 donation. Thank you very much, man. You're gonna get some huge GGs in the chat for Yazo. Thank you so much. I can reply to your message as well. Let's definitely do that. Yeah, GGs, man. That is so kind of you. Thank you. believe that's also the first... Is it the first donation of the month? I think so. That's very kind, honestly. Thank you. Make sure you guys are connected over here as well. Yes. It's not straight, it's fine. It's the starter factory. It doesn't have to look neat. As long as it's somewhat functional. Then it's fine. There we go. 3 per minute. Grand. 3 per minute there as well. Fantastic. So everything should now be in place. All I've got to do is add a splitter to both of these. Yeah, this is what we'll do. I haven't got a Discord. No, I don't really intend on making a Discord. Maybe one day if it's in, like, really popular demand, but as of right now, yeah, no plans for it. Hey, what? Oh, right, you guys are mergers. I need splitters. Yeah, no Discord, unfortunately. No. Want to play with people. If you go into the Satisfactory Discord, there's quite a lot of other people that also want to be joining up and doing squads. If you don't mind playing with them, then you can do. Okay, I'll push you back here a little bit. That's alright. Why are you on curve mode? So yeah, if I can line these two up. Perfect. Where's the other chap? Oh, didn't do it. Nice. And you're coming inwards, I think? Looks it. Lovely. Again, I don't really use Discord, Yazzo, I'm sorry, but if I do start using it, I will let you know. Okay, we're actually completely out of encased industrial beams, but that's fine though. We are off to a pretty good start. In fact, you know what I'll do very quickly? Let's update the YouTube viewers. Because I haven't done that yet since I built the foundation. I did say I was going to try and do that. There we go. So here's our brand new foundation, and yes, it's the exact same thing as what I built a bit earlier. You might have noticed I've built a few constructors and some assemblers. It turns out I made a very slight miscalculation. I wasn't making enough cable for my crystal oscillators. There we go. Discord codes without numbers. Is that a new thing? Again, I'm not really up to date with the whole Discord world, I suppose. Luckily though, everything appears to be sorted. At least I think it appears to be sorted, so that should be okay. So in the constructors we are making our cable and wire, and the assemblers we should be making our 6 computers. Last little thing I'll then record. There we go. You can see my pioneer. What I've also done is I've slightly redesigned this area. Over on the right, and soon to be on the left as well, I'll be adding another merger. Merger? I keep saying mergers. Also, what I've done here as well is I've added one manufacturer on the right, and I've still been adding another manufacturer to the left there as well. What this will then mean is that I can make my crystal oscillators down here, and be completely done with that. Then over on the right-hand side, where the other storage containers are, that is where I'll be storing my computers and crystal oscillators. There we go. Options, audio. Get that music back on. Lovely. So what else am I going to need? I don't think I actually need that much, if I'm honest. I definitely do want to start making the, what's it called? Packaged liquid biofuel. Because I've got more than enough plastic now to make all of my canisters. I will be using the summer soup trick, don't worry. So, after I do that, should I stream that maybe? Today, I don't know. You know what, I probably will actually end up doing that. It's just not really a desperate thing that I need. But the thing is, right, what I can do, come out somewhere over here, build a very temporary facility, 2 refineries, do a bunch of canisters, summer sloop literally everything. And that right there is going to give me almost 100,000, I think, packaged liquid biofuel, which will be more than enough now for many, many hours. Many hours. The rest of the playthrough, in theory. Not to mention, I've actually still got a bunch more biofuel over here as well. Oh, yeah, biofuel, soon to be biofuel, like wood, leaves. That's fine. That's what I need. Oh, we are starting to run low. I don't like that. Well, there are some things here I can just tuck away. Like that's. I don't need this much stuff. Better than nothing, but yeah. Not necessary. Shouldn't need that. Or that. I know where I've got all this stuff on me, I just don't need it. Good. Okie dokie. Also, this part of the Satisfactory, wow. This part of the starter factory, not Satisfactory, it hasn't been operational now for ages. I do want to try and turn it on, I think. It could be rather good for us. Coupons-wise, at least. Okay, where were we? I was connecting all you lot together, wasn't I? Hello? Okay, so you've decided to do this. Why? Why have you done that? I must have made a mistake. Great, so you guys are all going to your respective locations. Now, the next thing for me to try and do is actually get the 2 resources that I need. The first of which being... What is it? Well, in theory, it should be right next to us, right? Over on that side, yes. It would have probably helped if I placed these on the right side, but... Oh. So we can do 1, 2. Can I do that? I can do that. Wow. I can do something that makes logical sense. What? This is a moment in history. Except you guys are now not connecting. Or why is that? Okay, well, get rid of you. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not a drama. Just a bit of a nuisance. And then connect you guys together. So that's all of our crystal oscillators, which we need. And then our reinforced iron plates, which yet again we need. Now let's power this on, and let's make... In fact, it's already powered on, I think. Yeah. Oh, wait, you need circuit boards, really? Why the hell have I got reinforced iron plates? Oh, okay, so you're for... the crystal oscillators. So I need a circuit board, it's not them. So I've now put something completely incorrect in the system. Okay. Right. So in actuality, you've got to come down here as well, then. So where's this line going? So just to confirm, it's cable. Yep. Quartz crystal. Yep. Okay. That's the problem, then. There we go. And those are all of our reinforced iron plates gone already. Damn. That's annoying. So when it comes to this, let's see what I can do here. Try and clear out these reinforced iron plates. There isn't really much I can do, because you guys have all gone up over here. In fact, no, there is something I can do. Have you going all the way down to here. Like so. And do the same thing with the other one. And there you go, that will completely clear out our grid. Welcome, Vinods. We're just finishing off what we weren't able to do yesterday. Well, we were able to do yesterday, but I'm making it look a bit nicer. Still more here? Damn. So we're making the remainder of our crystal oscillators and our computers. There we go. And after this, we'll then be designing some of our conveyor bridges, which should be rather interesting. Haven't done one of them in a while, so I'm looking forward to that. There weren't as many here. A nice simple fix. I believe I already know exactly where my circuit boards are. Which is handy, of course. In fact, wait. If I just go straight there, it should be... I think it's you, isn't it? Yes. 9 per minute, and how much do I need? 9 per minute? That's, I mean, good, obviously. We're going round over here. Where have you gone? You just end there? Okay, sure. I suppose with you, you can just line up here then, can't you? There. This should be the right one, right? Yeah, it is. Now everything should start to get produced. Finish up all the basic productions for your nuclear power plant. Next project is the infused uranium cells. Nice. Good luck, man. Should be an interesting project. Hopefully fun, too. Most importantly. So we are now producing 6 computers per minute. We did it. Yay. Not that difficult, really, was it? Now let's try and combine you guys together. You coming out this way. You coming out here. Good. Then you lots then have to come all the way around here, which I can't even see where I'm going, but I think it's the right way. So about there for now. Maybe that's a bit too far, in fact. So let's definitely. We'll go there. One further back, potentially. In fact, no, we actually built it at a pretty good distance. And there we go. Those are all of our computers now done. Fantastic. The last thing, production-wise, that I want to try and make, either today or for now at least, is going to be the remainder of our circuit boards, of which we've already kind of finished everything. Where is it coming out from again? So you guys are going to come down from here. Is everything here? Yes, everything's already there. Perfect. We now have to add one more of you lots, which makes sure the settings are all good. 1 per minute. We need 2 per minute. That's fantastic, so just add one more of you over there, which is the whole point. That's the whole plan. Wait. Yeah, okay. Where's the border of this? There. Good. Bring it down by 1, 2, 3. We're not using that 4th one, but I'm going to keep it there, though, just for looks. Yay! And the way that we're going to do this is like follows. 1, 2, back. That wasn't part of the plan. Let's go get some more iron plates. Do I need rods as well? Yeah, might as well get some. We have got like 100 and something. Might as well get some more. 6,300 quick-wire, damn. How are we doing for concrete? Oh right, we're literally not, we've got like 50 left. That should be enough. And again, when it comes to you... Enter. I do have to upload some of those iron plates to the depot, so let's just get that sorted and squared away. Rods are completely fine. Wires fine. All the important stuff seems to be fine. Yep. No. Definitely get a few of you lot in there. I'll take you out just so I've got exactly 2 stacks going in. Bit more cable. Yeah, we can do that after this. We've got a lot going into our depot now. I love the depot. What can I say? I knew it was going to be good. I must say though, like, I knew I was going to enjoy the depot the second I saw the announcement for it. However, I didn't think I'll be enjoying it as much. So the fact that I am is pretty good. Also, I've got the wrong things down here. Okay. 1. No. 2. No. 3. 1. I don't know why I'm counting. I think you guys know how to count. If not, this is probably the wrong game for you. That's fine. Doesn't matter if it goes into the 3rd or 4th one. As long as it just is there, that's okay. And I suppose what we'll do is sort out the power now. So we'll have 1 going down here. 1 down there. Make sure you're connected. And now we should be producing our crystal oscillators. Yes. 2 per minute to be exact. Great. And we should have all these resources built up as well, so there shouldn't be any problems. That's fantastic. Rocky Deserts, which will be importing all your uranium. I have seen quite a few nuclear facilities over in the Rocky Deserts. Is there a reason everyone chooses to go over there? I haven't really looked into the placement of that facility just yet, so I'm unsure of its location. For now. Okay. Last thing to do is this. No. Merge you guys together, then drag you over to that. If I can. Yeah, so you're going in that direction. Right. Merger. No, I would do the other side, I think. Like there. There we go. Lovely. So you're now both merging somewhere underneath here. Yeah, be right there. Although I haven't seen anything actually being made yet. I know you're taking your damn well time, but that's okay. Chuck you into there, why not? I've got tons on me. Grab. No, then grab you. Bring you back to there, that should be fine. You lined up properly. You are. You are. That's. How was that looking from this side? I have been playing Horizon Zero Dawn too much recently. I think I was talking about it last stream. It's so freaking good. Like, I accidentally got addicted to that game. Like, gaming-wise, this is probably the best place I've been for quite a long time, if I'm completely honest. We've got Satisfactory, a game that no matter like what mood I'm feeling, I just enjoy no matter what. It's a privilege to play this game sometimes, most of the time. We then have Horizon Zero Dawn, which there's just something about, it's one of those games that like you play during the evening. Everything feels a lot more cozy. Where you just spend hours just doing meaningless activities, but the thing is, they're still fun to you. So it's not really meaningless. Oh, I've actually built that in the perfect... I didn't even realize I built that in the exact perfect spot there. That's cool. Oh well. Coal. What do I say coal funny? Today, we are building a coal power plant. No, we are not. I'm done with that power plant. Oh, man, that thing. That absolute... Can we actually see the tower from here? I don't think so. It's behind the trees somewhere. Maybe if I get the cinematic camera. Oh, there we go. Oh dear, whoa. There we go. It looks really weird. I think the style of the tower, the way it goes from different platforms, that's fine. But there's something about it that I still don't feel 100% with, and I don't know what it is. It's not bad though. Compared to the way it was before, I think this idea with the multiple different layers and levels was a good idea. Yep. But there we have it. Let's wait for it to turn day, then I'll update the YouTube audience about what we'll be doing next. There we go. But essentially now, because we are making our computers and everything appears to be fine, and our crystal oscillators, what I now want to try and do is actually place down, not a Mark 1, no, but a Mark 2 Blueprint Designer. We unlocked this a few days ago. I haven't used it yet, and coincidentally, I've now got a huge open place for it, so here we go. What I want to try and design is our conveyor belt highway. I want it to be 4 foundations wide. And the thing is, I also want to try and build a road as well. So I've been contemplating to myself the last couple of days, ever since I knew I was going to be doing this stream. Do I want to try and design a road on top of my conveyor belt highway? I suppose the obvious answer is yes. Do I want to incorporate rails? No. So in that case, what I want to try and do is bring you out to here and drag you up by 10. I have to go a bit higher than that. But let's just say this is where the road's going to be. We'll make it 5 wide. So this little foundation here in the middle, we'll just add something in there. We'll add a... whatchamacallit? Oh, well, whatchamacallit? Absolutely a whatchamacallit. The shooty thing. The shooty thing. This is that one. Hypertube. I haven't unlocked that yet. That's something that I did say I was going to unlock. 360 quickscope. Thank. No, I'm not doing trains. Trains can go do themselves. Rubber, plastic, heavy modular frames, of which I have got tons of now, by the way. Okay, maybe not tons, but there was a lot more in my head, if I'm honest. There was a lot more in my head. Plastic, rubber. I haven't got the room in my inventory for all this stuff. So I'll take you lot. We'll come back for the rubber. We're working on our rocket... Oh, God. Are you ready for the 25 streams in a row of me saying, hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new live stream. Today we're working on rocket fuel. I honestly, I can't wait. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice, but I am so excited to start rocket fuel production. I'm jumping with joy at the thought of doing rocket fuel related activities. I don't need all of that for now. I still don't need you. That should be enough room there for us. Is it 1,000 rubber? We should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand. I've probably got... Actually, you know what? Let's just do a very quick inventory restock here. I'll unlock this, and as the hub, or as the pod is flying into the outer space... There we go. We can then do some restocks. But I think it's about time that we do that.
Milestone reached.
Doesn't seem like it. No, of course I am.
To Mark II.
Oh.
They are like Mark I, but better. Pipes seem to be objects of fascination to humans. In fact, there are reported instances of humans doing nothing but thinking about pipes for hours.
I think Ada is confusing what a pipe dream is, but yes. So, anything I have to restock from here? Well, we have got a few motors. Adaptive control unit shouldn't be a problem. I did say that I was going to try and move that. I'll do that in just a moment. It's not really a massive priority though, but look at all of these. Oh my gosh. What, 4,000? How did we do that? I mean, I know I've been playing the game for many hours, but still, that's a lot more than I thought. I can probably sync all of this. I'm not going to. I'm going to make sure that I've definitely got 5 storage boxes completely filled to their brim full of motors. And you. Ah. You wee bugger. That was my Scottish accents. I can't do accents in case you guys haven't realised. I've got one very generic, boring one, and that's about it. Although I can speak multiple different languages. I can speak English. I can speak Australian. I can speak Canadian. Not the French version, though. That's too foreign for me. I can speak American. I really am, like, an international content creator. I can speak German. No, I can't. I lied. Hallo. Das Auto. Bitte. Yeah. Sanitator! That's the only word I properly know. Sanitator. Which I think means medic. Okay, anything else up here? I don't think so. Lovely. That's all done. Actually, heavy modular frames. How are we doing with you lot? Okay, apparently we're not doing anything. How have we only got 2? Okay, so, I mean, you are backing up, I suppose. A bit slowly. Oh, well. Started placing some nuclear power generators because we have no idea where you're going to be putting them just yet, so want to get 23 nuclear starts on that project. Oh, nice. Why have I got... Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's always like a... Well, for me at least, a very daunting task to start a brand new factory. I can't imagine what it's like to start a brand new nuclear facility. That would be really daunting. But also, again, like, fun. Like, whatever project you do in this game, if it... Oh. 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 Okay, that's why... Okay. If you're not having fun whilst doing it, my best advice would be, don't do it. Take a break, come back a bit later. I know things can seem very daunting. Absolutely. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, just start again. It's not real life, it's a video game. How did I take no fall damage from that? Okay. There we go. So the rest of you lot, I don't mind sinking. Let's just put you guys down here for now. Great. We'll definitely go for a resupply run on that. Modular beams. Yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, I should get a resupply of that as well. Heavy modular frames. I'll definitely give you guys your own little section now. But just because I'm not wanting to spend too long on this, I'll just chuck you into there for now. And the other little bits and bobs that I've got, again, I'll just throw it into here. Sort it out off camera. Anything else I'm in desperate need of? In case industrial beams, yes. And steel pipes. So let's go grab that. Because I will be needing that soon. And then talking a little bit more about that packaged liquid biofuel, I do want to try and get that done. I'm not in a desperate need of it. If I do it on today's stream, I'm not entirely sure just yet. I do want to give it a crack. I think that'll be pretty good fun. Hey, nice, the pod's back. Or the freighter, even though I'm sure it was always called a pod. Did they rename it in update 1.0? I don't think so. Unless they have, and I've just lost my mind, which I probably have. You guys are all backed up. I know exactly why, and that's fine. Ooh, bow, 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 bow. Right. So what I'm gonna do here is grab all of the encased industrial beams I can get. Then whatever I've got remaining, I'll then try and grab some pipes. And I think we've also got some automated wiring that isn't getting sunk. I could probably just sink that. There we go. I think I need it though, right? That's why I stopped sinking it. I haven't been to this part of the factory in so long. Also, I can definitely sink you lot there as well. You know what I'll do? Is I'll bring you guys to here. Get rid of that. I'll just chuck you guys in here. There we go. Again, this is only a starter steel factory. We are going to be building something that's like unbelievably more in detail than this. Or in depth than this, should I say. No. There we go. Welcome, Pockets. Hope that you're well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. And then get you around here. There we go. I don't know how many pipes I necessarily need. I'll completely fill up my inventory. You can go into that. So can you. There we go. Damn. Those versatile frameworks just shot up the awesome sync production. That's good. That's great. Respawn. The respawn mechanic in this game is nice. I enjoy it. It's a good meme. Right, so can I fill at least you up? You're pretty much filled up. You should be. Yep. Can it please be a bit darker in here? I can almost see what I'm doing. X. Yay, I know how buttons work. Fantastic. And I said that I was going to sync this, didn't I? I don't know if motors are good for syncing. I'm sure they're not too bad. Yeah. Should be alright. Make our way towards our modular engines here as well. I'll plunk you down into there. Grab that. Grab that. And let's go. Great. Do-do-do. And that's the very final bit of inventory stuff that I want to try and get done for now. The rest of it, if it's really important, I can just do it off camera. So that's... Oh, wow, the lag. So what am I going to need for this production? Firstly, anything from here? No. And again, we are designing a conveyor belt highway. If you guys have just tuned in, it's going to be a rather large project. but one of the most important ones I'm going to do logistically so far in the series and the playthrough, so it's quite important that we get this right. Power-wise, absolutely. Ooh, you know what? Yes. I am going to opt for one of these. You'll see why in a second. I'm going to have a couple different road designs. That could be like an entire different stream. In fact, we can probably try and do that. How does like Monday or Tuesday sound? Designing some roads. Would you guys enjoy that? Because I've done a shorts video where I talked about roads and I got like 80,000 views. Which is like insane for me. So maybe people are interested in it. And the likes as well were pretty good. I mean, the views on the shorts, it is what it is. But I care a bit more about the likes. Because if a video has 80,000 views and 7 likes, first of all, God help you. And second of all, people probably didn't like it that much. But the video got a good, like, 1,000 or so likes. And maybe more than that. Let me just double check. Actually, I haven't really checked my channel properly in several months. So one of these ones. 31 people watching. Damn, welcome, guys. Again, I don't really check my channel. It's this one. Oh, it's 97k now. With 5,000. Okay, so I should probably keep up a little bit more of how my channel is doing. This is the problem. I leave everything to fate. To the algorithm. If something does well, great. If something doesn't do well, then eh. Oh well. Science. Oh yeah, we're doing lots of science stuff today. Yeah. Luckily it'll be very simple science stuff. But what one do I want? Display could be... Oh god. You guys are the same price? Yeah, you are, to be fair. Oh, speaking about signs, we can probably unlock the bigger signs now, because I can definitely afford them. None of that stuff will be necessary. None of this will be necessary. You will be necessary. We'll go with that. It's probably a bit too much, but I'd rather have too much than too little. We'll go with that and that, just in case. Foundations, absolutely. It doesn't have to be asphalt, but it will be something very similar to it at least. Walls, again, absolutely. Lastly, for architecture, we probably do need quite a lot, so I'm gonna go with like 300 of this, just so that covers all of our steel beams that we're most likely going to use. And then I'll go with like a good 300 of these that will then cover all of the concretes that I'm most likely going to use. Then I'm going to need some of you there as well. Not that much though. Damn. Oh. I don't think I'm going to need this, but you know what? I haven't actually placed these down before. So I'm going to get one of each just to see what they look like. Walkways, yes. Wait. I'm going to select them. I'm not entirely sure if it's what I want to commit with. We'll see though. We'll go with 80. And that should be everything that I need. And my dimensional depot covers almost all of it. Wow. And look at my inventory. That's insane. Upload you guys to there. And kick you guys out. Okay, in fact, there's some stuff here I probably could use, right? I don't need more motors, I don't think. No. The short and the super development road got like, yeah. That was the one. That was talking about the roads. Yes. I'll actually select this just for a second here. Definitely get a few of you. We only need 500. Okay, that's fantastic. Grab you guys whilst I'm here. Grab a good couple stacks of you. Good couple stacks of you there as well. Same with that. Shouldn't need screws. Shouldn't need modular beams or frames even. Definitely need that. Yep. And we'll get some plastic. You'll see why in a moment. I might want to do coated concrete. I don't know why I was leaving you guys on like a cliffhanger there. You'll see why in just a minute. I'll just tell you. I might be doing some coated concrete. Right, so that does help us out. Steel pipes. That's not steel pipes, but we need this anyway. Your steel pipes. What else? Encase industrial beams. It should be here. Yes. Perfect. Actually, a few more, apparently. I doubt we need that much, but it's still good to have. Iron plates. How about iron rods as well? Unsure. Iron rods, yes. Did I bring you back to normal? Yeah, okay, I did. Nice. So, quartz crystals and concrete should be the last two things, apparently. Oh, we're filled to the brim of that. That's fantastic. Where's our concrete? Is it? No. Here. I knew where it was. I was just, testing my, memory. Yep. Perfect. Let's then get rid of that, because I don't want that to take up, like, half my screen. And the last thing I'll grab... Actually, I have to do it in here, don't I? It's some fuel. Ah. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, honestly, can't wait till tomorrow. It's the very first time I've been excited for a Battlefield game in a number of years. I can't remember many times recently that I've logged onto Battlefield and felt like genuinely excited to play it. Maybe the last time that I revisited Battlefield 1, I'd say, but again, that was years ago. I haven't played Battlefield 1 in many years. I don't mind the game, but it's not as good as what I remember it being, and I don't know why, but oh well. Very first thing that I'm going to start off with here, and this would be nice and basic. If you guys want to follow along at home, you can. We're building 2,700 no, wait, no, I don't. Building a few of these. Don't want to go up here by far. We'll go 2. Get rid of that there as well. Then what we are going to do, pretend that like the road's going from east to west. Then grab this and place you on top of her. Making sure that you're definitely in line with this. It's good to me. Then going to grab the inverted ramp. It's not even like lined up remotely where it needs to be. There we go. And you're going to come back to here, potentially? I think I'll do it from the other way, actually. So it'll be more like this. Yeah, roger that. 1. I know how desperately you want to line up. Thank you. Temporarily, I'll do this. Great. You had to make a list of a ton of silica, so 2,940 per minute for the encased uranium cells and the non-fissile uranium. Damn. Your projects are just so insane. I think the majority of players would have like a mental breakdown if they did half the things that you did. So fair play. I'm going to change this to a 4-meter ramp. You're going to look like that. Then you are not going to line up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could then do that, or what I could do, potentially this. This is fine. I want to try and just move it back by 1, though. So something like this. Yes. 1. Like you. So I could do that. Also, all of this will end up changing, by the way, to concrete. That's not concrete, that's... Oh my god. In fact, you can actually just go. I don't need you now. You will be concrete. Like so. Nice. Architecture. The big beam will be fine, but the one I was looking for was the small one. Because it just fits, doesn't it? So, yeah. Although it doesn't fit perfectly. Why is that? There we go. This would then be the pillar that would then be supporting the rest of this work. And then up here we'll have this very start of our conveyor belt highway, which is going to be 3 wide. And the road is going to be 5 wide. So we'll then be going outwards, essentially. Have I got the roof stuff unlocked? I don't think so. I would like to do that now, in fact. Let's just browse the shop. I've got like 140 coupons. That's a bit more from the awesome sink. Let's browse that and see what we can afford. I have been saving up my coupons, but I don't know what I'm saving them for. Might as well spend them on something. Got 132 left. Okay. Welcome back. Thank you. Nothing from there. Management. Yes, definitely that. Definitely that. Definitely that. Yes. Not too fussed about any of that sort of stuff. No. Wouldn't mind a bit of these, if I'm honest. Especially because we are doing some road things a bit later on. They're not cheap, but I think they'll be worth it. So if we're doing 2 lanes per side of the roads, do I actually need this? Yeah, we do. I'll get it anyway. Get that. I already have that. Yes, okay. I was going to say I've already got that, don't I? I do, so that's good. Preferably need that. It's only 1 coupon. Foundation stuff, I will get this. Although, no. I just, no. There's no need. There really isn't. There we go. We'll go with tilted walls. We'll go with gates. I don't need gates yet, but I will do eventually further down the line. So that's completely fine. Modern catwalks. The thing is, I've already got the regular catwalk, so do I also need modern catwalks? You do have the stairs, which are quite nice, but I don't think I need you just yet. Yep, that's 10 coupons for that. Damn. That's expensive. 44 coupons. And we didn't really, like, buy anything remarkable. But now we're down below 100. But saying that again, we have got more somewhere, so not a massive drama. But now we can continue our build at least, which is quite nice. I don't have to worry about not having enough resources or anything like that. Okay, so how am I going to go from this bottom layer up to here, and from this layer up to the very top layer? What I was planning on doing was the roof system. So I believe it's in here. There we go. Is there an 8-meter one? There isn't, but there is an 8-meter tilted wall. Let's try this, shall we? Players in the way, what? That'll then look like this. There we go. And then zoop you around here. How does that look from the outside, first of all? It looks a bit weird. It does. If I was to get rid of you, then extend you out. And do something like this, maybe? No, that wouldn't work. Thing is, by the end of this project, this is going to end up looking nice, because it normally does, luckily. What I'm concerned about, though, is how do I get from here to there? We need a little bit of this. Yep. Go with that, then one more underneath. Change the color potentially here as well. Oh, but you're now going to Z-snap through that. Yes, we won't be changing color. Unless I do change the color of this. Then change the color of that. Okay, that's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. And here we do that. Therefore, we can technically continue this design. Let's get rid of you for now. All of you, there we go. Have you come out to there? You will then come out to there as well, obviously. Change you to concrete. Although this time, we'll do a 2-meter one. Can you remain as 4? We'll see. Only one way to find out. So how big is that gap then? Is that 4? Oh, you're a 3 gap. Alright. That's fine actually, I don't need to do that. What I'll do here instead is this. With a reverse 2. Same there. And you have to be a reversed 4. See, that now looks a bit weird. Like, if one of them's going to be 2, they both have to be 2. Do I want both of them to be 2? Also, it's quite important that I leave this here as well, because this is how we're going to get resources from the bottom up here to our actual like main floor itself. I think having this here is actually quite a nice little addition. We try and decorate it a little bit. What I like to try and do is decorate it from the inside, then see how it looks from the outside. Like, this looks fine, but then from down here it might look a bit weird. No, that looks all good. I think. I don't mind. We'll extend that down a little bit, of course. Okay. Temporarily, what I'm going to do is add... Well, no. Where are you? There you are. Welcome back to planet Earth. Actually, this is planet massage to a BB. Oh, well. Then do that. Got you over there like so. Okay. So it will end up looking like a bit like a claw. That's fine. Now I'll design this part here as well, since I'm pretty happy with that shape. I'm only going to design half of it though. There's no point me doing all of this side, all of that side, and thinking, it's not that good, then having to like do it all over again. That's a waste of my time, and it's a waste of your time. So I don't want to do that. For all of our sakes. This way's a bit smarter. It's also what I recommend you guys do as well. So rather than spending ages trying to design the blueprints, just, you know, do one side. If it's good, do the other side. If it's not good, we can always just change it. What we do here is a half nudge up and a half nudge down there. That looks good. You guys lined up? Yep. Good. Can I think I can add this into here. No, I can't. Okay. That's okay. Bit disappointing there, but that's fine. Unsure how I feel about that being there just yet, but we'll see. You, I think, have to remain like this, right? If I get rid of that, then yeah, okay. Although, do I want this to be asphalt? I think I'd prefer if you're concrete to make things a bit easier to see. Like that. That looks fine down underneath here, at least. What I could even try and do is this. It adds a little bit more detail. It won't take too long to do, and it should end up looking quite nice. If I was to do that, like, every couple of meters, how would that look? I mean, yeah, it adds a little shape to it, which I quite like. And how about if you were to come across like this? Unsure about that. Because then you'll connect to the other side, so you'll technically be the middle. So if I was to do one that was like here, and the other one would be roughly there as well, that could end up looking quite nice. That will then signify the middle of these two connecting areas. Okay. Welcome, early pause. Yes. I believe so, yes. So I've checked my Twitch settings, and it says that I have got them enabled, which means that if people watch my channel on Twitch for 30 minutes, they can get the code. I double checked Twitch and it says I have it enabled as a content creator. So I assume that means yes. Okay. So that looks fine for now. Like that. Wait, I need this. No. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll do this. I like the idea of the beams, just not that color. So we'll go with the regular painted beams. Then drag you up to as high as we can. That's a bit too high. Oh, it's too high, too low. Goldilocks, it's never right. Oh well. Drag you down to there. Grey does work, but I would prefer if it's white. Like that. That won't work. Another concept that I could do is similar to this. But I believe it uses you, but then you're only about 4 meters in elevation, not 8. So I wouldn't be able to do that. Although what I could try to do is this. Like this again. And freeform you to the very top. Like so. How would that look as like the underbelly here? That could be a bit nicer. Then I think this might work with the horizontal beams. Well, firstly, I have to do this. For safety reasons. Or to make it look like I care about safety. No. Come on. I like that. See, look at the difference already. This is what I keep saying. Even though I know it's a very small difference for now, but hopefully it'll be a bit better later on. All you gotta do is just keep on trying. Eventually you'll get there. Also, sometimes less is more. That's important. Like for example, now I'm going to add one of these beams coming across here. It might not work. It might not look very nice. Or maybe it will work. No. Not that particular one at least. Maybe it can work somewhere else. How about diagonal? There. Then you. Then you go up to here. I know you want to work. Deep down inside, you want to work. New rounded concrete beams, they work for everything. That's disgusting. You guys didn't even see that. Can't paint them? You should be able to paint them. Yeah. Should be able to. So, I'm going to stick with this, I think. Yep. Same thing up here. Okay, that's fine, but you're a bit too high. I can barely see what I'm doing here. How did I even manage to connect that to there? Okay, let's try and build a ramp up here, because I literally cannot even see what I'm doing. And if I can't see, you guys probably can't see it. There we go. Am I designing? I am designing a conveyor belt, highway, roads. Yeah. There's some other stuff involved. So this main part that I'm doing here, this is going to be the conveyor belt stuff, and everything above here is going to be the actual roads. That's it, really. It's a simple thing. It shouldn't, well, the actual designing of it might take a while, but the actual building of it shouldn't take too long. Like now, because that's coming down here. In fact, what if I do this? I like that design, I think. And the more I look at it, the more I don't like it, but yeah. I feel like it works down there, not on top, though. In theory, you don't have to be white anymore. Although I do want some colour here, though. I don't want everything just to be grey. Could try yellow. That functions. Or blue, because it matches our factory. No. Pink. Like a whitish sort of pink. That could be interesting. I don't mind pink. I'm not like a massive fan of it. White was fine. How about like navy green? No. Navy green? Army green. That looks quite nice. Like the orange. We're gonna have orange lights as well, so I mean I might as well just commit to that. Oh. I accidentally selected that, but doesn't look too bad. Yeah, we can go with it. Why not? Sure. Yeah. Okay, so we've done that. In fact, can I add you guys at the top of here? I don't think so. No. Although I actually don't mind that. I don't know how I did that, though. That's the first part done. And I think I did the top then as well, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Come on. Have strength on my soul. Thank you. Okay, so that's them four done. Can I do it for this corner? I could. Do I want to? I don't think I actually do for that one. Okay, so is there anything else I want to try and add for this particular corner? I don't think so. How about underneath? We'll do some lights along the very back. I don't want to go too over the top with the lights. Because I don't really like to go over the top. As you guys know, I've only, done a very limited amount of light so far on this server. Okay, maybe I've done quite a lot, but at the same time, though, it is what it is. There we go. 3 glossy layouts, middle, text, non-existent, color, orange. Yeah. Wrong one. Damn it. There we go. And just like that, we've got ourselves a design. Sort of. Mostly. I've not snapped you to there. Okay, then you've forced me to do this. There we go. And that's the only one that I want to try and do. Having said that, how would that look if I was to do all of them like that? You can't even see it, so what's the point? Except, if you're underneath, of course you can see it. I suppose you could say that's the point. No. Just out of curiosity, no. No, disgusting. That side's fine, this side's fine in regards of that. I think this looks okay. It does look quite industrial, and that's the exact look I'm going for. So that's good. I want it to look like that. And then inside of here, it actually looks really good. Power-wise, we've got a pretty simple solution for that. You can go. I did say that was going to happen. So, yeah. Big concrete pillar. We're going to go up here. The very top of the top. There. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by some of you gamers. Except you're also going to be painted in orange. And that seems to be the aesthetic that we are going with for this conveyor belt bridge thing. Orange, grey, and white. Very generic, I would say, but if it isn't broken, don't fix it. There's definitely a case of that. Thank you very much to you, Craven Matto, for the follow over on the Twitch. That's very kind of you, man. First follower of the week. That's very kind. Okay, the next important thing then for us to try and do here is going to default like that. In fact, how am I going to do this? Yep. This will work. Paint you in orange. Then zoop you up. Like so. Same thing there. Same thing there. And same thing there. Very quickly come back underneath there, and then get rid of these 3. That's what it's going to look like a little orange beam there going up. The reason for this, as I say, is because that's where our conveyor belts will be going from the bottom surface there up here to our bridge highway. Good. Temporarily place down this. Go into our logistics. Logistics. Pop you lot down into there. And you to here. Great. And regarding power, okay, things are looking good so far. Regarding power, I'm gonna have. I'll do this first. One. Where should we put this? There. There. Like so. There we go. The colours that Pickle's using is the colours that Pickle's using for the playthrough and the same as the ones I used in your last playthrough. Oh, nice. Green and blue, not in this one. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a decent colour palette. I like it personally. I haven't used this for a while though, I don't think. I do normally try and mix things up a little bit. I can help it. Let me going all the way across over there. Although I don't like how that massive gap's in the middle, so what I'll do is add one more. Yeah. I could, in theory, cover this up, but I don't really want to, because it adds to that look that I'm kind of going for, and I quite like it. Where's the middle? I would say there's a pretty good middle point. Then one more roughly there. Yep. That's not bad. It is actually. Doesn't matter. Go that. We'll then go that. There we go. The thing is, right, the reason as to why I'm spending more time designing this than I am parts of my starter factory that's producing computers and heavy modular frames is because all of this, I suppose in some regard, is temporary. I'm not destroying it, but resource-wise, when I'm late game, I'm using quite a lot of like Mark 1 conveyor belts and Mark 2 miners here. That isn't going to do. Whereas this is going to be here throughout the rest of my playthrough. So if I'm going to be designing this, I'm going to be designing it right. Simple as. Okay, so then you're going to come out to here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we can fit 11 per row. Doesn't sound that good. Double that again, and I think that would be our limit. Just this is gonna peek through the floor, isn't it? Not right now, but when you've got things like quartz crystals, that's quite a tall object. That will end up going through the ceiling there. We'll get rid of that. We've got 3 floors here in total. 3 levels. Okay. That means that we can carry 33 items per one of these. That's not bad. Yeah, no, that isn't too bad, actually. I'll take it. You can then come out to there, then go wherever else you need to go, because you can exactly fit everywhere. And then do the same design over there. You are going up, right? It's just to make sure. Good. Same with you. Good. How far do you come out by? So you snap to the middle. You guys snap to the end? Middle, yeah. End. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I really wanted to, I could start it here. So I can then fit 12 per row. Which means I can then have 36 rather than 33, but I'm not that desperate, luckily. It should be okay. This will most likely end up U-turning, by the way. But it's still good to have it established in one location. Just so no matter if I'm going that way or that way, as long as I have this here, you can then go straight, or you can then come around here. The maneuverability is rather simple. There we go. Regarding the floor around here, I'm not massively concerned, but you don't need to technically be there, do you? I suppose it also does save me a little bit of resources. Like, that's going to matter in the long run. Oh well. Then what I could do, when I need to, grab my lift, then just zoop you down to there. There you go. Simple. And there is room here if I want to have more, but I'm not intending to. I should say that. So I think everything inside of here is done. Of course, I've still got to design, like look at the difference, by the way. See, this is what I mean. This is a progression. This is what we started with, okay? Grey walls. This is then what we moved on to. White walls there with the little indents. And then this is what we finished with. It's, you know. Takes time. It does take time. It really does. I often find that the best projects in Satisfactory are the ones that do take the most amount of time. Just seeing here, quick experiment, nothing too major. If I was to do that, how would it look? Undecided personally. And if I was to do that again over here, because it was fine the way it looked before. No, okay. I feel like it was fine the way it looked. Like I keep saying, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. So now what I want to try and do is design the entirety of the base, like what when I say base, I don't mean base, I mean like the actual base of the foundation or base of the blueprint like this. It don't look good, exactly, yeah. That's what I think as well. Oh dear. Of course, some people don't really care much about looks, and that's completely fine. Like, you don't have to care about looks in this game. It's more of a personal thing for me. But now I do I do also have to take into consideration that I now make content for this game as well. So there could be people watching this that might get inspired by a build that I do. So rather than like just having some random rubbish looking building, I start thinking, okay, well if I build like this or like that, would that end up looking nice? And if not, how can I change it? You go straight into there. So. I'll say though, for the most part, making content on this game has been really good fun. There's not many like downsides to it. I mean, I've seen people on Reddit complain about my channel, saying that I whenever I do videos about best recipes or like when I talk about nodes and resources, I always try and use the maximum amount of resources available from that node, which I don't really see as much of a complaint. I mean, if there's a pure node, I'm going to use that node for how much of the purity level it is. Obviously. If I went to a pure node and I only use 50 of its resources per minute, that's idiotic. Unless I plan on using the rest, why do I bother going to a pure node? If this is the closest one nearby, even just sink the remaining resources. And that's a hill I'm going to die on. Many Twitch or YouTubers are potential muse. Yeah, they're examples. I do say this. In fact, I'm pretty sure for every single one, pretty much, of my best recipe videos towards the end, I would say, like, this is just an example. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but it's a tutorial. It might be able to help you guys out. At no point in the videos do I say, you have to do this, otherwise your factory is going to explode. No. It's just a case of, I recommend doing this because factually it is better than anything else you could do. When it's opinion-based, I can understand why someone might disagree. That's completely fine. I've got no problems with that. But when I factually prove that one thing's better than something else, and then someone waves their finger like, nuh-uh, then I'm like, okay, fair enough. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. But it's also nice to consider some other options as well. And that's what I do as well. Rather than just burying my head in the sand and being like, no, no, it's not my opinion, I can't listen to it, la 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 la. No. Rather than doing that, I do generally try and listen to other people's feedback. I leave that the way it is. I don't like that being the way it was. That's fine. So I try and, like, no, move you up here a little bit. And add that up here. How would that look? I think I prefer that. How much of this can I get rid of? Okay, that's about it. I definitely do take feedback on board though regarding like these videos. Yeah. I think it's important to though as well. How's that? I think that's a bit better. Although I didn't mind when it was all grey. Like this. I think I'll stick with this. Yep. Oh yeah, Vanilla, I know that. Yeah, don't worry. I just find it interesting though. Yeah. What if I was to add you guys on top of... Actually, I can't add you guys on top of there. Okay. Maybe that's for the best. I think I'm done regarding this particular side. Welcome, Tyler. Colorblind to orange. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best color choice then, but I didn't even know that was even a thing. I knew some people are colorblind to yellow. Wasn't quite sure about orange. Sorry about that. If it helps, there's an orange line there. Everything else is pretty much grey, black, or white foundations. I'm sure that description has completely changed this project for you. Welcome, Zhao. Hope that you're doing well. To you, aesthetics and design is kind of the point of this game. Yeah, I love to spend time doing little things like this. Something else I've just thought of, and this might be really dumb, so prepare to throw your potatoes and rotten tomatoes at me. If I go into walls, what would glass here look like? Oh, I can't even do it. Okay, sure. I'll leave that one there then. There we go. So you'll find the way you are, because you're amazing. Where's the song? That song's old now, isn't it? The Bruno Mars one. Yeah. Honestly, the last couple of years, I've been really starting to, like, feel the consequences of aging. Which is quite annoying. Okay, good. So from this side, you don't see anything. But then from this side, you actually do see the road barriers. There is a very small gap here in between, but unless you pay very close attention to it, it looks almost natural. So I'm actually quite happy with that. If I was to add you here, how would this look? No. Okay, then, sure. They look brown to you. Oh, right. Damn. I mean, brown could have been an interesting color to use here. Not sure about this. I mean, it barely even sticks up. So, no. Get rid of that. For anyone that has just tuned in, by the way, welcome. It's awesome to have you guys watching. We are currently designing a conveyor belt highway, which is everything underneath here, essentially. And everything on top of here is just a regular road or highway. I will be doing some more road designs next week. So if you guys are interested in how I do my road designs, then you can watch it if you want. Wow, that's fantastic advertising. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have to watch. It's alright. It'll be fine. Deary me. Okay, how are we going to do this? Let's start off with you. Okay, I've already got that one in place. Then do a little bit of this. Like so. This looks pretty nice, thank you. I think it looks nicer from inside of here, but I think just like the very final thought of it, just with all the conveyor belts moving, potentially even like a walkway, that could be interesting, but I don't know where I'm going to add that though. Although, sorry, I've had an idea. I didn't mean to interrupt myself, although I tend to do that quite a lot. How is this going to look? That was always going to happen, that's fine. If I drag you off to here, are you going to go through the ramp? No. How many resource does this, or one of these cost? I don't know yet. I almost don't want to know though. It's going to be an arm and a leg. But you know what? It's going to be worth it. I can nudge you. I don't know why I thought I wasn't able to nudge that there. Oh. No. So if I go with that looks pretty cool. I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind if you go a bit further forwards, but I don't think I can. So I'll leave it the way it is. Regarding you... Oh. Is this visible from the outside? It's not. Would I be interested in a walkway here? Make sure that you're definitely lined up. There. That... I don't know about this, if I'm honest. I don't know. I feel like it could be interesting. Let's just see. I'll grab you. Have you on default settings. Just having said that, like... It might look a bit nicer without the walkway being here, but at the same time, I would like for there to be a walkway here. The only problem is, if I'm trying to do conveyor belts underneath here, I can't. Which means I've now taken out, essentially, 4 out of the 33 lines I could have had. So this is now 29 lines, which is still, actually, that would have been the same anyway. So, yeah, 29 conveyor belts in this blueprint, which is still not too bad, I'd say. There might be a bit of clipping there and there if I need to use them. But what I'll try and do is build from, like, the outside inwards first. So get the entire first row done. Then when it comes to the second row, start here, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then third row up. Then if I have to, I'll then use the rest just so it still looks presentable. What do you guys think? I'll get your opinion as well. Do you guys want it with the catwalk or without the catwalk? Because I'm completely undecided. I'm a bit split, so it's up to you guys. No pressure. Although if you say the wrong answer, you will get permanently banned from the channel. I'm joking. Yep. It could look okay. It fits though, that's the thing, right? It fits. When things cost concrete, you're going to end up with 4 DDs connected to a concrete plant. Well, the thing is, right, I know how these things work. A lot of this will just cost concrete, and that's fine. I've got tons of concrete that I will end up producing. If I have to have a lot of dimensional depots, so be it. If I have to go and continuously collect or concrete, that's completely fine. I don't mind. Okay, let's continue with this now. I wouldn't say I like a brutalist sort of style either. I just end up building it constantly. I accidentally keep doing the same sort of designs. There we go. Do I go up by one more? I do, yes. Okay. Walkway, okay. Near the side of the roads. Yeah, I could do that as well. Yeah. But the thing is, right, here, it doesn't look too bad, but I prefer this sort of view. If I was to get rid of that... I don't know how I can do this. Definitely keep that there anyway. No reason why not. That looks fine. Okay, let's just try and get these pillars out the way with, because they're just going to be annoying, aren't they? I can already tell. So you guys start here. I know I'm the one that built this, but sometimes even I get a bit confused. I think you go down by one more, isn't it? Yeah. So it should be... in the middle of the middle one. Okay, no. Towards the top. Top of the middle. Top of the morning. Sorry, that was a Jacksepticeye reference. I think what I'll do is I'll paint this orange as well, because that will help. Nice, the automatic painter thing was on. Doesn't help. Great. So yeah, literally right above the orange layer. So that's perfect, essentially. There. Yep. Grand. I'm liking the music today, it's very relaxing. It sounds a bit like the PlayStation 4 menu music though, like that part of the soundtrack. Which is very nostalgic to me. It is, so I actually quite like that. I know like, the PS4 didn't come out that long ago. I think it was like, what, 12 years now or something? I got mine a bit late. Normally, what I do, whenever a new game comes out, whenever a new gadget comes out, anything that I know is going to be expensive, I wait at least a couple of years until I get it. Did the same with my phone. I was using an iPhone 6S until 2021? Would have been after the pandemic, so maybe like 2021, 2022. I had that 6S for a little bit, but again, I got the 6S in maybe 2017. When did it come out? It must have been before then. When did the iPhone 6S come out? Yeah, 2015, so I waited a couple years for it. And 2017 got it. It was... the 6S was as cheap as... the next phone's regular. Like, I think it was the 8, wasn't it? Something, I don't know. I don't know how the iPhone do their phone numbers. Phone numbers? No, phone, like, orders, should I say. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the PS4, man, it was game-changing. I bought my very own PlayStation 4 Pro. Again, a few years after it came out, but it was great. Saved up a bunch of money, I got a summer job. The funny thing is, I got a summer job, I was... 16, I think? No, I must have been younger than that. think I was 15 turning 16 that summer. So yeah, I would have just turned 16. And it was a summer camp. It was interesting. Because I had to lead a group of like 5 to 7-year-olds around like a summer sports camp. And again, I'm only 16. I've never done anything like that before. So as you can probably imagine, it was chaotic at the best of times. The very first lesson we had as a group, and again, it was me and someone else who were in charge of the same group because we were both new, so we were with 2 people to help each other out essentially. And one person in our group and one person in another group collided into each other, and I think one of them chipped their tooth. So that was really fun to be dealing with on day 1. No training other than try not to get the kids injured. What did we do? What? Although to be fair, like, when there's like 60 of them running around a room, it was like a little gymnasium. It was just like, again, it was a sports camp, so they were in a sports area. I mean, they had fun though. Like, of course, they cried for about 3 seconds and they got over it. All good fun, I think. Only half scarred for life after that incident. Okay, great. So I think we're just about done with that. I now want to try and add these pillars onto the outside. How did I actually design this? I designed this in such a terrible way, in such an incredible way that I actually forgot how I did it. I wasn't going to say terrible way. No, 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 no. That would be negativity. We don't do that around here. No, we actually do quite a lot. Not on Satisfactory though, to be fair. I don't know what it is. Like, it literally sounds like I'm paid to play this game with the amount of like praise I give it. But I very rarely get frustrated playing Satisfactory. Like, sometimes I'll design a large part of a factory, realize some maths or logistics is wrong, and then I have to spend the next part of the stream trying to fix it. That's, I would say, as annoyed as I get playing this game. Okay, let's just try and do some things down here. There we go. Know how that feels? Yeah, it didn't... Yeah. Didn't look great. There we go. Remove those angled walls and build... the build becomes an open air build. Do you mean these? The thing is, I want to do that, but then would it be too open? Yeah, again, I don't mind it. But if I was to add it back and paint you grey, unsure. Forgot to plug it in. Yeah, that's... Here's another top tip. If you guys build a factory, make sure you turn it on. I'll give you guys that tip for free. You don't have to, like, donate or anything. It's okay. I know it's, like, perhaps the best tip you'll ever hear in Satisfactory. So, you're welcome for that one. Yeah, if you guys ever do decide to build something, make sure it is connected to a power grid. And we're out here with the tips and tricks today, guys. That's incredible stuff. Okay, so I think what I did, if I remember correctly, was you went directly to the very top. There. And you started directly from that. Yeah, this is what we did. I remembered. Mostly, you then went to the top, didn't you? So yeah, you guys weren't there. How is there a gap? You then did that. You then did that. You then did this? What? So you go down by half a nudge. There. I'll just confirm that very quickly. So you're... Yeah, okay, let's try that. Yeah, Tyler, it is unbelievably frustrating. That's why I try to never have 600 liquids in a pipe. I normally try and keep it under 550 if I can. I know, like, that's a pretty long a big gap there between 550 and 593. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. I made that mistake with my last rocket fuel factory. I spent a month and a half designing it, and it just didn't function properly, which ended up pissing me, not pissing me off, ended up frustrating me. And pissing me off. Okay, so that's now done. You come in like that. Now you're all grey. Would you look better orange? No. I shut that down immediately. I don't think it would. In fact, here's an idea. If I was to do this, like purposely put it one over the edge, and then go with something like that. So now give it this little shape down here, which I don't mind massively. Yeah, we'll go with this. Do you have to be like that? I would prefer if you sort of were and also weren't. So I'll keep you there. And I'll paint you grey, I think. Just like this bottom one, grey. I want this to remain orange though, just so I can see from a far distance how close I am to the very top. If I can see that I'm like aiming next to the orange walls, I'm obviously close to where I have to try and aim. It's like, as of right now, we're very close to the conveyor lift floor hole. But when I'm like 100 meters down there, it would be a lot trickier to try and see it. So that should be fine. Tips and tricks 500 times. I think I might do that. Here are some tips and tricks. Tip number 1. Tip. Tip number 2. Tip 3. Tip 4. 5. That'd be a really good video. If that doesn't get recommended on the YouTube algorithm, I don't know what else to do. Okay, so you're going to come down by one more now, that's fine. Same with you, same with you. Grand. There's so many white lines everywhere. Oh, dearie me. That's a good way of knowing that you've probably overdone something if you see about 2,000 lines coming off of your build. Last thing I'll do here, I promise, for this side at least. Architecture. How would you look if... Firstly, you were inverted. And then I chucked you into here. Oh wait, no, because you're 4 meters. I've done it in 2 meter variants. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. This side's completely fine. I think you're now done. You'll then just connect to the other side. It's grand. You then, again, everything here just has to get lowered by 1. How simple was that? Water extractors or from oil extractors? Oh, right. Are those the only 2 times where it actually works? That's rough. So you've now got to come down by a little bit more. So I believe the very first part of today's project is done. I want to try and place down a couple of these just to see how they look, because it might look good like just one by itself. Oh, I have to do that, don't I? Damn it. It might look fine just having one by itself, but if it doesn't look good connected with each other, then we've got ourselves a problem. Unsure about that for now. We'll see. No, don't like it. I don't mind you coming down to there, but the last one there was a bit too far. Everything here was good. Why are you a bit further out than everything else? There we go, that's better. Yep. Okay. So the next thing that I'll then do, the very final thing, I promise, is this. I think this pattern will generally end up looking quite nice. It's been 2 hours on this already? How? Genuinely, how have I been live for 2 hours? How have I managed to get such little done? Oh well. Good. And you... Are you lined up? Yeah. You should be. Then you're going to go to here. You're then going to go to that. Yeah, that's good. The pipes in this game are just a mystery, though. They confuse me. Welcome, Betty. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Okay, this gap's about 3.5 kilometers wide. So what have I done wrong? Right, I see the problem. I see what's happening here. Face to face with danger and it's strange. Open your eyes. Let's begin. Stop. Few more. We're good. I'm glad to hear that. Welcome, Craven. Hope that you're doing good. The pipes are the great... Yeah, I don't understand them. I do and I don't. Like, I've made countless tutorials that have pipes involved. Yet, fully understanding them is still a bit of a mystery to me. There's a few things in this game I haven't made tutorials on. Like, for example, how to get the most water or most liquids inside of your pipes. I know other people have made videos about it, and I'm sure that they're good, but I don't know enough information on the subject to make a video about it. Furthermore, trains. I obviously know how trains work. I've used them too much over the last few months. However, I still don't feel like I'm educated enough in the subject of trains to make a full guided tutorial. Same with drones, same with nuclear stuff. Whereas with the recipes, I have done a lot of research on recipes, so I do know what are best for certain players and what you might want to avoid. You're a bit too far in. Lovely. Yeah, game's going good, Betty. It's just going alright. We've achieved a good amount today. It's not like a huge amount of progress, but it's stuff that we had to get done. So it's good having the ability to do that. Also, I might as well show you guys this now since I made the mistake. The reason as to why I'm like slightly merging my signs into each other. Nice. It's because of this. As you can see here, it's very difficult to spot other than like these little steel things right there, that these two signs have merged into each other. Whereas here, you've got this line going straight through it, which you can clearly tell that the signs have been placed down next to each other. So the reason as to why I do what I do, and why I don't leave it like this so that I clip it into each other, is so that it gets rid of that little effect. I know it's a very petty thing to be concerned about, but I prefer to do it. The only problem is when I join these two blueprints together, there will be a line in between them, which is quite annoying. Oh well. Okay, I think we're done. So I'm going to call this No. Conveyor. Highway. Straight. 001. Because here's the thing I haven't yet revealed to you guys. Firstly, I haven't yet designed the roads. Secondly, I need to do cross sections. I have to do left turns. I have to do right turns. I have to do intersections as well. Other potential bridge designs. And the worst one, vertical ramps. I have to build this vertically. How in the heck am I going to build this vertically? I can barely even build it horizontally. Oh well. Let's have a look at the resources required. Like, hold your breath. This is about to be disgusting. Oh my god. 1,631 concrete. Everything else is 415 iron plates. Ah. Everything else is okay, but damn. Okay. Depression. No, stop. Select color. So this is going to be the color that I'll be using for all of my conveyor belt highways. Let's see how this is going to end up looking. No. I don't mind that. It blends in there with the background. Yeah, Vinod, I might have made a slight lapse of my judgments. Slight. Very slight. Very, like, so slight you can barely even see it. Override that? Yeah, sure. Then what we're going to do is head over to our blueprints category. We're then going to edit. New category. How can I change the name of this? Well done, me. Then call this... There we go. No. Roads. Select icon. Is there a vehicle? There is. I'll use that. I'll then do a subcategory of roads, which will be used for our roads. Congrats if you guys managed to guess that one at home. Then another one called conveyor highway, which will be used for our conveyor highway. Again, massive congrats if you guys got that at home. Apply changes. The thing is, for now, our roads and our conveyor belt highways are going to be the same thing. Like, we're going to have roads on top of our conveyor belt highways. But sometimes I might just want to have roads. Sometimes I might just want to have conveyor belt highways. That's why I do that. Yeah, this is a concrete sink blueprint. Exactly, that's what I've done here. I've got so much concrete lying around. This is the equivalent of when, like, really rich people buy a car because they don't know what else to spend their money on. I've got so much concrete lying around that I've got nothing to waste my concrete on. So, here we are. I've just realized we haven't even built anything else. I haven't yet designed the road above. I haven't yet designed anything. This is just for the... Okay, it's fine. The more I think about it, the more sick I become. They're gonna go there. No, but you are... I'll adjust the names in a minute, we'll see. Let's get, like, let's say 3 of these things placed down. And the only thing I'm missing is iron plates. Which is fine. Kind of. I mean, I don't know. Wait, what's this? That's cute little storage areas. It's like the thing for the screws, but it isn't. That's nice. A full storage bin of concrete will let you build 15 of them. Well, the thing is, when you put it like that... Damn. Oh, what have I built? Oh, dearie me. Honestly, I deserve prison time for this. Oh, blimey. Oh well. Let's see how this is going to look. So tomorrow again will be a Battlefield stream. In fact, what I might even do, would you guys like me to do a double upload tomorrow, like a double stream? Because I'm going to be streaming Battlefield no matter what. But if I finish earlier than what I think I'm going to finish, would you guys be interested in another Satisfactory stream? I've got nothing else to do that day. Okay, let's start it down here. So we'll select this. Up to there just for now. Clear blueprint designer. You cage your roads and under your rails. That's a good idea as well. Room for pipes, that's good. Satisfactory's good for you. Yeah, I'll have to look into it then. The aluminium and the water pipes. Yeah, the water pipes from the aluminium are so difficult to mathematically put into its right place. So what I do is I package my water from my aluminium plants, and then I send that somewhere else. Just so it's out of sight, out of mind. I've also got to try and design the actual, like, support pillar here, which is very simple. It's literally just one big concrete pillar with some painted beams. That's basically it. I forgot to fill that in. That's fun. The whole point of this is to try and see what I haven't done and what I can fix. So that's the very first thing to take into consideration. Good to know. If I go into blueprint mode, only a small gap. That was always going to happen there because we've got these things here. That's completely fine. We can then go for one more. Yes. Okay. I'm unsure about this, if I'm completely honest. I don't know how it's going to look. Because again, one of them looked fine. But I feel like what I might even try and do is design one blueprint like... Okay, it looks fine in here. It looks very nice in here. Wow. I like this sort of like aesthetic. It's brutalisque. It's also just... I don't know. There's something about it that just looks really nice. I think it's the open air stuff as well. Like I was going to say, I might do one blueprint where it's open like this, and another blueprint where it's closed off, just so the pattern doesn't become too repetitive. Okay. From the outside of here, it's fine. It's not bad. The road's going to look interesting. I think that's where we can fully assess how this is going to look. 'Cause as of right now, it's just a floating platform that serves no purpose. When we get a road in here eventually with the... And I keep forgetting what it's called. The flying zoopy thing. What the hell, man? What's it called? Hypertubes, there we go. When we get the hypertubes up there as well, add a bit of detail and it could be alright. Braided cables. That could be quite a nice thing that I completely forgot about. Yeah. There we go. Regarding the support pillars, I'm not sure how they're looking orange. Because they're very, Okay, I designed something a bit wrong there on one of the sides. I didn't fully do the, Where is it? These. I've done that for that, but I haven't done it for that one. So that's something I can always redesign. Let's have a look at it from the other angle, just in case, again, I have missed something out here. Welcome back again, Rob. Okay, I see I've done it on this side. That's fine. I might end up painting these black. Potentially even change this to asphalt. Unsure yet. Because, oh, wait. I didn't do that one. Okay, that's fine. Again, another very, very simple change I can try and make there. Regarding, like, how it's going to look from underneath here, this looks sick. I like how it looks from underneath here. Although, I feel like we have to extend the light from here as well, which I'm going to keep also to over there. That will then look fine. I then forgot to add this beam that goes across here. I definitely want to try and do that over on this side as well. That will end up looking rather nice, I'd say. Overall, though, a few improvements, a few adjustments. Nothing dreadful, though. I'm just worried that the pattern's going to get a bit too repetitive, and that it's going to look a bit weird from like a bit further away. Yeah. think what I want to try and do is keep this the way it is. Maybe change it to braided cable, or just add braided cable there somewhere. Then change. Let's just use this as the example. Grab you guys, get you out for now. If I was to do that, or maybe even just keep these in place. Keep them the way that they are. I feel like it just doesn't work. But why doesn't it work? Is it the color that's slightly off? Again, it looks nice from inside of here, though. That's good. I mean, it looks nice from the inside. It's not bad. The Z snapping, that's back. Right. That's fine. I think I can try and do something about that. But the contrast here, I don't think it's necessarily that bad. So if I... I'll paint you guys first. I'll do it around the other side now, in fact. So you guys remain the same. You, I'll then add this to. You remain the same. And you, I'll do this again. Oh, you're already black? Okay, lovely. Unsure if I'm honest, again. It's sparser, yeah. More concrete, yeah, more concrete. See, I do this, this is completely just self-inflicted, isn't it? It's fine, like, it's fine the way it looks. I don't mind it. How do you guys feel? Do you like the way it looks? Do you think I should change some parts of it? There's a few things I did mention that I want to try and change, like the extra light underneath there, making sure everything's actually built the right way and the right level. But in regards to the overall design, from inside of here, I love it. But from the outside, try white 0010. That'd be very white though, won't it? What I could just do is change this to the fix-it wall and change you to white. And keep that there. Welcome, Anti-Crisis Please. Thank you very much, by the way, for the membership. I don't know if you saw my shout out yesterday, but thank you very much, man. Hey, thank you very much to Mud. Thank you very much to Ratoji3. Sorry if I got a name wrong, man, but thank you very much for tuning in. Has anyone ever tried seeing the conveyor wall holes to the same thing as the conveyor floor holes? I haven't, but I can give that a shot for you right now if you would like. Nice. No, okay, wow. So this is way further than 25 meters. Do a bit of myth busting. It's pretty good, yeah. Still some improvements. I think the road's going to make a massive difference. Because that's as far as it can go. No. It doesn't seem like you can do that, unfortunately. Oh well. Okay, then I said I was going to paint you, didn't I? It would just be easier just to do this. But you know it wouldn't. Oh well. So grab you. You're British listening. Well, thank you very much for choosing me as well. There's tons of other better British Satisfactory content creators. I'm glad that you chose here. I quite like that. The white definitely does help a little bit. Then from the inside, almost looks, not worse, but the white looks a bit weird. It's really weird. Thanks again, that's alright. I always like to myth bust. I'm really not sure about this. I don't hate it, I just don't love it. That's the whole point of doing this, to see if we can fix anything. Something else that we could try and do is remove a couple of U-lots. We do 2 there from the side. Like this. How would that look? Pretty much no difference. Let's do something that I've never done before. I'm going to use a bit of concrete. I know, this is the channel first. Then if I was to tuck you into here. Bro, thank you. Change you to grey. Looks nice from inside of here at least. That could be it. I think we're onto something here. Okay, let me just try and find one part of the project that I haven't ruined. Here we go. So if I change you and you, and keep the rest of you guys the same. Dupe you over to that. Then get rid of that. Now what are we saying? That's not bad. See, it's slightly better, because what we had before, it was all the exact same pattern. Whereas the way that we're doing it now, is that it spreads out a little bit. Could even do something like this. In fact, one thing I haven't added, if I so I haven't got a floor down there, what am I doing? Wait. No idea how this is going to look, even if it's going to work. You do angle yourself. Okay. I kind of like you in grey, but see, I can't keep you in grey. Let's see. This might be an idea here. So, concretes. Concretes. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Do I like it, though? The pattern might be a bit repetitive after a while. But it's not bad. Yeah, I didn't mind that. Studied American, that's fine. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Sometimes it's complicated for you to get some works, especially for your job. Oh, that's alright. Yeah, it's all about like different accents. Some words are a bit different. I don't know why some words are different. I'm sure there is a reason behind it. Like, the reason that we drive on different sides of the roads. I believe, and do correct me if I'm wrong about this, but it all goes back to when people used to ride on horses. If you were to get engaged, because a lot of people were not like engaged as in like married, but like if you were to get into a sticky situation and have to try and fight someone with a sword, you'd be right-handed most of the time, so you'd whip your sword out with the right, so you can then easily engage people approaching from the left. So let's say like this, approaching from the left. So then because you're right-handed, so you can then slash them, do all that sort of jazz. But then I believe the French did it the opposite way round. So they used to ride their horses on this side. And then I believe because the Americans were good friends with the French, they then said, also just to piss off the British, they then said that they wanted to try and incorporate the French style of driving. And now a lot of people do drive on the right in regards to their cars. But I believe the reason why the Brits drive on the left goes back to the days of horses and swords. Again, might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I've read that somewhere. Regarding this pattern, I think I am going to stick with it. So the problem now, though, is that you're 2 different blueprints. So I can't actually place you down there. I was thinking about that during my little monologue. Are you like that with the alternating walls of the fans? Yeah, I can't, well, I can place down the fan manually, but I can't do it in a blueprint, though. Unless I was to place, like, a vents there, and then a vents there. So let's take everything we've learnt here. We'll also get rid of a couple of you lot, because I have made a bit of a mess. And let's use some more concrete, everybody. Yes! Oh no, damn it. That is right, we are consuming more concrete. Yay! Oh. Can we hit 1,700? For 1 blueprint? Probably. There we go. The Japanese also prefer the left. Oh, right. Yeah, it's a combination of roads and conveyor belts. Yeah. Yeah. I don't quite know what it is just yet, but it's something. It's something. Yeah. Let's just make these very slight adjustments. So, what did I do again? Good start. So I think we got rid of that. And then again, manually I'm going to have to place that in as well. Okay, that's kind of annoying actually. Is there any way I can change that? I think I can, but then I have to like move this back by a foundation, which I can't do, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah. When I place down the blueprints, I have to come back here again and then just do that every single time. Oh wait, what? No way that's going to work, right? If it does, then okay. But if it doesn't, then fair enough, because that shouldn't really work. Get rid of them, though. There we go. I suppose you can also then go. Don't see a purpose for you. I will continue working on this a little bit off camera, but I do want to spend an entire stream just like building all of our roads properly, because I think that'll be really good fun. Especially now that I've made a lot of what I really want to try and get done, which is fantastic. Like everything that I need for these blueprints, I've got, essentially. I'm going to keep things nice and simple down here. Saying that as I change it within 3 seconds of me saying it. No, you look quite nice, actually. Let's see. I'm only going to do one corner for this, though. Well, actually, well, technically one side to make sure it looks fine. So, that's that. I definitely can't place the fan here, though. There we go. Okay, that's fine. I will do a... do I want a vent there? I don't want there to be too much stuff. I feel like one fan will be fine. A fan or a vent. Right, that's what we can do. I can rotate these 2 blueprints around, so I'll have a fan there and a vent on the other side. And when I plop it in, the fan will then rotate around, so that's the vent, and then that will then be the fan over there. That would definitely work. I'll fix everything else off camera. I just want to make sure that this is fine. This is like the only big design change. Everything else is also considered a design change, but it's not as major. Okay, you decided to rebel. That's fine. And I think I've done this wrong. Nice. So you're there. One, two, three, four. No way this... There's no way this is going to work, is there? I refuse to believe it. And I think, again, you're here, aren't you? Looking good. By my standards, which I must admit are rather low today. It's not looking too bad. And also, fill in you. I completely forgot about that. Whoops. Didn't forget about it now, though. That's good. Place the vents and fans manually for more very... Yeah, that's a good idea as well. So I want you guys to come down. Like so. One, two, three. Then 1, 2. So let's try this. I think it should look fine. When it comes to the Z snapping, what are we going to do about it? I could, in theory, paint you all grey, and that's not even going to work. Whoa, oh, there was a thing there. Okay, all grey might look fine. There is still a bit of snapping, though. I don't know what I can really do about that. I really don't. What if I was to try something here? This will only take half a second. If I half nudge you back. You appear through the floor here, which doesn't massively matter, because on the other side it'll be fine. This then sticks out a little bit more. There's no gaps anywhere. So I think I'll do that, but for now, again, let's just save it. I'll do that off camera. Got a lot of work to do off camera. I'm going to spend at least another, like, hour making sure everything here is fine. Then get back up over there. Wink. Right. Is this a road? Makes 0 sense for a fan. But you say that, though. Like, you know in New York, like, the subways they've got, like, little vents and stuff coming out from the bottom of there, don't they? Is this New York? No. Is this a subway? No. But, yes. My defense, Your Honor, is that I'm innocent. Other than this, so it's... Those side walls did manage to carry across, which is great. It does mean that I have to bring you guys quite a lot closer to each other. Also, I have got to remove one of those walls there as well. I don't need 2 of them there. That's completely fine. We'll go with 1 more, and then let's see how it's going to look. Oh, either. Right, moment of truth. I understand it's night, so it's not going to get... Well, the view might not be fantastic here. But let's see. Again, it is quite difficult to actually see because it is now night. That's what I had before. Okay. What I've got now. Typical that it's night time the second I'm trying to look at this. And of course, that side's not even built properly. Overall, is there anything I would change? Well, firstly here, I've got one of those beam connectors, and over here I haven't. You know what's throwing me off a little bit? That's why it looks weird. I don't think you should be there. Needs lights? It does, but where can I add them? Okay, that's a bit better. That's a lot better. Okay, that's actually a lot better. Wow. I didn't realize that little small mistake there would have actually made it look a bit better. So that's fine. It does need lights. It will do underneath here. Eventually. I think it's fine. I don't want to think about it too much. I could paint the concrete a slightly different colour. I don't know if I necessarily want to. Let's just see. And this will be the very final thing that I do today. Well, very final thing that I do on camera, because we've got more to do. White doesn't make a massive difference, and again, it's now causing more Z snapping up there as well. Hi, Moth. Don't fly into my build. Thank you. Or don't build in your pathway. That's what I should have done, but oh well. Yeah, so supports would then come down from there. Like, the support area looks fine. I don't mind this. There are some adjustments I need to make so that they're on the same level. But I think it's fine. It's not the best thing I've ever built. From the inside, it looks good as well. I prefer the way it looks on the inside compared to the outside. But, oh well. We'll do a cinematic shot to end off then. I will try and make a couple little tweaks and adjustments. There won't be anything like major happening now between what you see here and what I'll show you tomorrow. Nope, not tomorrow morning. Whenever I stream Satisfactory next. So, yeah. Regardless though, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the new follower over on Twitch as well. And welcome to the new subscriber here on YouTube. And again, a massive shout out to... There we go. Frey Yazzo for the €10 donation. Thank you very, very, very much again for that. That's still extremely kind of you. And the likes, I forgot to check the likes. Whoops. Thank you very much for the 11 likes on today's live stream as well. That is also very much appreciated. If you guys do enjoy the streams, do let me know on the VODs or by dropping a like. It just lets me know if you guys are enjoying it or not. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be live again soon, hopefully. So if you guys liked it, then yeah. Have an amazing rest of your day. And remember, Godspeed and cheerio.